Wondering if the Nintendo Switch 2 is worth the hype? In today's video, we're diving deep into everything we know about this highly anticipated release. We'll cover all the must-know features, highlight the pros and cons, and see how it stacks up to its competition. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete picture to decide if the Nintendo Switch 2 deserves a spot in your gaming setup or if you should hold off for something else. So, let's get right into it. Alright, let's kick things off by looking at what makes the Nintendo Switch 2 stand out. The Switch 2 isn't just an upgrade in name, it's shaping up to be a significant leap forward for Nintendo's console lineup. One of the biggest features announced so far is full backward compatibility. This means all your current Nintendo Switch games will work on the new console, and you won't have to repurchase any titles you already own. For anyone with a hefty collection of Switch games, that's a game changer. Think about it. You've spent years building up a library, investing not just money, but hours and hours of gameplay. Now, with the Switch 2, you can carry over all those titles, from Breath of the Wild to Animal Crossing and beyond, without missing a beat. And it's not just about saving money. With backward compatibility, you're saving time and energy. You won't need to re-download games, go through setup processes, or worry about storage. Best of all, your saved data can transfer over, so if you're already knee-deep in an epic RPG or have spent hundreds of hours designing your island in Animal Crossing, you can pick up exactly where you left off. It's a seamless continuation of your gaming journey, but with the performance boost of the new hardware. Let's talk more about that performance boost. Nintendo has promised that games will not only run on the Switch 2, but will run even better. This means smoother gameplay, enhanced visuals, and faster load times, giving you an overall richer experience. Imagine playing your favorite Switch games with fewer frame drops, sharper graphics, and a more stable frame rate, especially during intense action sequences. It's clear that Nintendo is aiming to make the transition to the new console as seamless and beneficial as possible for existing fans, showing their commitment to delivering value. Moving on to some of the anticipated new features, one of the most talked about upgrades is the display. Rumors suggest that we might see a boost in resolution, possibly even up to 4K when docked, or at least a high-quality QHD screen for handheld mode. That's a significant step up from the current Switch, which caps out at 720p in handheld mode and 1080p when docked. This would mean more vibrant colors, crisper details, and an overall more immersive gaming experience, especially for those who enjoy playing on the go or have a keen eye for graphic details. Imagine diving into a colorful world like Mario Kart or Splatoon and seeing every detail pop with vivid clarity. Of course, it's not just about looks. The Nintendo Switch 2 is also expected to come with enhanced processing power. This could open doors for more demanding games to finally make their way to the Nintendo platform. Picture this: faster load times, smoother animations, and a console capable of handling the latest titles without breaking a sweat. With this upgrade, Nintendo could attract more third-party developers, bringing in games that previously couldn't run smoothly on the original Switch. This would mean access to an even wider array of games, from AAA titles to indie gems, making the Switch 2 a true powerhouse for diverse gaming experiences. Battery life is another area where we expect improvement. The original Switch has decent battery life, but if you're gaming on the go, you know it can drain fast, especially with demanding titles. The Switch 2 is rumored to have a longer-lasting battery, which would make it an even better companion for travel or those marathon gaming sessions. Imagine playing The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom on a long flight without worrying about running out of battery mid-adventure. Extended battery life could make all the difference for those who rely on the Switch as their primary portable gaming device. Now, let's talk about controllers. While the Joy-Cons were revolutionary for their versatility, they've had their share of issues, like the infamous Joy-Con drift. With the Switch 2, Nintendo is expected to address this with improved controller tech. Rumors hint at better haptic feedback, more precise motion controls, and perhaps even customization options for an even more personalized gaming experience. Imagine a controller that not only fits your gaming style but also offers better durability and fewer technical hiccups. No more worrying about drifting characters during an intense battle or having to recalibrate your controls every few months. So, let's recap the pros and cons of the Nintendo Switch 2 to get a balanced view. On the positive side, backward compatibility is an obvious win. Not only does it protect your investment in your current game library, but it also makes the transition to new hardware easier. Enhanced graphics and processing power mean games will look and perform better than ever, whether you're in handheld mode or docked. A longer battery life and potentially improved Joy-Cons add to the appeal, especially for gamers who spend a lot of time on the go or want a more durable setup. However, there are a few potential downsides. First, while backward compatibility is confirmed, we don't yet have all the details on technical specs, so there's some uncertainty about how powerful the Switch 2 will be compared to consoles like the PS5 or Xbox Series X. And then there's the price. Nintendo hasn't announced pricing yet, but with all these upgrades, it's safe to assume it'll be more expensive than the current Switch. This could be a barrier for some, especially if they already own the original model and are considering whether the upgrades are worth the extra cost. Let's take a moment to compare the Nintendo Switch 2 with some other options on the market. When stacked against the original Switch, the Switch 2 clearly has the upper hand with improved performance, better visuals, and added features. But how does it compare to other gaming consoles like the PS5 or even portable devices like the Steam Deck? While the PS5 offers incredible power, it lacks the portable versatility of the Switch. The Steam Deck, on the other hand, has impressive power in a handheld form factor but doesn't offer Nintendo's exclusive titles, which are a big selling point for many gamers. So, if you're looking for the best of both worlds, portability and unique games, the Switch 2 could be the ideal choice. So, who is the Nintendo Switch 2 best suited for? If you're a Nintendo fan with a strong collection of Switch games, this upgrade is a no-brainer. You'll get to carry over all your titles while enjoying enhanced performance. It's also perfect for gamers who love the portability of the Switch and want to play their games anywhere without compromising on quality. However, if you're looking for the absolute best graphics and don't mind a stationary console, then a PS5 or Xbox Series X might be more your speed. In summary, the Nintendo Switch 2 brings a lot to the table. From backward compatibility that lets you enjoy your current library to upgraded hardware and improved graphics, it's designed with the player in mind. Nintendo seems to be committed to bridging the gap between a nostalgic gaming experience and future-focused hardware, creating a console that feels like both an evolution and a familiar friend. If you found this review helpful,